Good evening, Sharks. My name is Denis Guerra. She is Natalia, and we have Coach Jean. We are here tonight to speak about Star Scout. We are seeking 36,000 euro for the 30% of the company. Star Scout is a reality TV series where we scout and we try to find the new football star. The first edition will be totally dedicated to women football. Women football is growing a lot lately, in the last year. Last year, for example, we had in the 2022 the European Championship. England won, obviously, and England won, and they played the final in front of 90,000 supporting in Wembley. So it means huge, huge number. In 2023, we will have the World Cup, Women World Cup in Australia and New Zealand. So the women football will keep growing and growing. With the first edition of Star Scout, as I said, we will be in 5 different countries. We will create 20 episodes, okay, in 45 days. The 5 countries are Malta, of course, Switzerland, Italy, Portugal, and Brazil. In this country, obviously, we will film all the activities and all the scouting that we will do to find the new football star. After the 45 days of filming, we will have the big event. The big event will be in Rio de Janeiro, in a big stadium in Rio de Janeiro, where all the selected players will play the final match. After the match, obviously, the scouts will choose 3 players, and the 3 players will win a professional contract in an European club.
Hello, Sharks. Good evening. I'm Natalia. I'm from Brazil. I am a lawyer and journalist sports in Brazil, and I worked in a lot of championships with women in teams like Santos and São Paulo. So, be here in Europe for these girls is a huge dream. They dream about this. And can be the chance to realize this is a huge thing. In Brazil, we are talking about a 220 million people who's crazy for football. So it's a big marketing.
Hello, good evening. My name is Jean. I am an ex-football player, and now I am a football coach with Denis here in Malta. When you talk about football, we are talking about love and dream. And especially when we come from Brazil, it's not about a dream to become a superstar. When you come from Brazil, it's an opportunity for you to change your life. Maybe in your life you have only 2 ways. Or you go for the wrong way of your history, or you maybe can become a football player. I'm an example. I came from a poor place in Brazil. I remember many times my family struggling to give me a good condition. Sometimes my parents give me their food for me eat, me and my sister. Sometimes without electricity, without water, because they couldn't have the money to pay the bills. So a lot of kids, not only me, I'm not the only one, so a lot of kids pass through this situation in Brazil. And from now on, I could achieve my dreams. I could become a professional player. I could come to Europe, to play in Malta. Maybe I don't become the top player, but I achieved what I could. And us from Star Scout would like to give these opportunities for the kids, Not only a transformation of about become a football player, but a transformation, a social transformation, an opportunity to change their lives. In addition of being a football coach, I work as well as a social media content creator here in Malta. And every day, many kids come to me and ask me, Jean, can you give me an opportunity to play where you are? How is the football there in Malta? And then we decided to create this project. We create our TikTok page, we create our Instagram page, and as they said, Brazil is a huge number. And we post like 2 videos, and 2 weeks we reach 130 30K views for 2 single videos. And in our Instagram, 15K views for only 2 videos. So when you talk about football, it's not only about dream, only about love, but we are talking about as well business, entertainment, and a lot of opportunities who can come for us.
That's exactly what we are creating. We are creating a format that can be used and saw in all the world. It's not only obviously in Malta, so the potential, it's all the people involved in football. As we said, 220 million people that love football, they are the potential client to watch the reality TV show, because this is what they want. They want the dream. They want to come to Europe, and so they will follow the series, okay? Obviously not only in Brazil, we can sell, in fact, we already spoke with TVM Sport. We reached an agreement that the series, the episode, will be launched and shown from October in TVM Sport. So TVM Sport knows and accepted our episode, so from October, every week, we will have 30 minutes every episode, every week. This creates a lot of potential opportunity, and this is something that we will create and give even to Swiss television, Italian television, and Brazilian television, for sure. That's it. Ready for the questions.
So, Dennis, tell me, what is your revenue model going to be like? Are you just going to focus on advertising on the program, or do you plan on making money from the movement of the players that you discover? Do you plan to do that?
So, at the end of the day, we discovered that there are 6 possible revenues in this project. The first one, let's say the simple one, it will be, let's say, the banner and the sponsor on the pitch or on the clothes of the player. This is the first option that we have. The second option that we have is to sell the episode. For example, this was a series, was in Wales. They took a club from 5th division, they sold the episode to FX, and each episode they did more than 4 million for 8 episodes. So this is one of the second. Or like for example, Bravo. This is another opportunity to do some money. This was on YouTube, Instagram, and even ESPN, and obviously they have a lot of views, okay? Then the fourth one is the one that you mentioned. Obviously, if we will find the top player, the new football star, obviously we have our people that will follow the career of this player, and that's huge money. The fifth one, I think it's a very good one. It's a bit of a pioneer. We will tokenize the product. So the product will become in a blockchain token. So we will say part of this in a blockchain token with the token, let's say.
Have you got some numbers to show us? Sales, potential sales?
So potential sales, what we have now are what they did before us. Obviously, we don't have our sales, obviously, now.
Okay,
so.
and the 36K,
Yep.
would they suffice to film the first season?
So the project will cost around 120,000 euro, okay? So what we did was just simple. We did the 30% of 120, that became 36.
And how are you going to finance the rest?
The other one will be financed. We are already speaking with some sponsor, okay? And keep in mind that probably this is the biggest difference. When we have a digital product like this, you can sell it wherever you want. So, for example, for a company in Malta to do an advert during the episode that it will be in TVM Sport, probably to have 30 seconds, they will invest, I don't know, 6,000 euro. But if you do the same thing and you launch the product in Brazil, where the market is huge, probably 30-second value will be much, much more.
If you're on the main TV station.
Excuse me?
If you're on the main TV station.
Yes,
of Brazil.
exactly. The one that we forgot, sorry, I forgot, are social medias. Okay, another revenue possibility. Each view you will do money.
Do you have the rights for this show? So you have, from a legal point of view,
Yep.
you have the rights that you can only air it, and anyone who wants to do it needs to come to you.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, and with this sum, who will pay
Yep.
for the 30%, this will be part of that company, of that setup, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So just to, if I can explain something, with this participation that you can do today, the 36,000, you will buy 30% of the company. It means 30% of the format. We will start the first edition with women football. Next edition can be, for example, men's football in Africa.
So it will
we
be
have created
part
the
of that.
format. Exactly.
Exactly. So who will be investing will be buying part of that right?
Part of, yes, exactly, forever.
How did you choose the countries?
We choose the country because on board we took even 8 clubs. There are 8 important clubs, okay? One is Maltese. I don't want to mention the name now, okay? One is Maltese. 2 are from Switzerland. 2 are from Italy. We are speaking about a top club in Malta, in women. Sorry, top club in women football. 1 in Portugal, since Portugal is related with Brazil, and 2 in Brazil. So these 8 clubs will participate to the scouting of the player. It will be much easier then to find the 3 or 4 stars and to place them in the different clubs.
Do the clubs pay to be part of the show?
They can send their scouts to come with us or to stay with us
They
on
should
their expenses. Yes, that's something, yeah, can be a good idea. But sometimes we prefer to have, let's say, the brand for free, because they will tell you, okay, you can have our brand, but you have to pay us to use our brand.
Credibility.
Exactly. And,
What happens if the 36K is not enough?
if not enough,
What happens to the shareholder coming at 30%?
I'm-
What is the 120K is not enough to do the 5 shows? And it will cost 250,000 instead.
so we received already a lot of quotations for the production, for the post-production, for the lodging, for everything, and this is the amount that we will have. Obviously, now we have to work hard to try and collect with all these ideas, blockchain and whatever, to send sponsorship, to collect, obviously, this money.
But as we speak, you are, I mean, the whole concept, it's ready to be deployed. So the names, the countries that you are discussing about,
Yep.
they are already in place.
Yeah, they are in place. We have already the timeline, we have already the
And
logic.
have you also made arrangements with programs, with TV programs? Because you mentioned TV channel in Malta. Do you have arrangements with other TV channels in each
Yes.
of those countries?
Yes, I already spoke with Swiss Television, that is our national television, since I'm from Switzerland. And we already spoke with Bande.
Yes, Brazilian television.
It's a Brazilian television.
It's Ritma.
And obviously, we already spoke with TVM Sport. So that's already a very good point.
Dennis, I would like to put forward an offer for you. Dennis, I would like to put forward an offer for you.
Thank you.
So, with the premise that you will manage to attain the other 90,000 euros,
Definitely.
I would like to offer you 40,000 euros, not 36, but for 40%.
And you have
Thank
some
you very
other
much.
things coming. You have some other offers. You want to listen to them or?
Yes, definitely. Thank
Absolutely.
you. But thank you.
We are open to.
Thank
So,
you.
Christabel, you want to go or shall I go?
Can I think about it?
For sure.
What age groups are you thinking of here? What is the target audience?
So these are, let's say, 16, 17 over.
16, 17
Because,
over.
for example, if we discover a top talent in Brazil and we want to bring it to Europe, he has to be at least 18 years old. If not, it will be difficult to register and play in Europe. If not, we have to park him. For example, we find a player playing in Bahia. We parked him in Santos, and then when he's 18 years old, from Santos, he can come to Europe.
Or let's get him to Malta and give him an education.
Perfect. Thank you. Wow.
So this is extremely in line with what we're trying to do. It would be interesting to be part of your journey, not only as the shareholder, but also as maybe one of advertisement as well.
Definitely.
So I'm going to make your life very easy. So I'm going to give you the same offer as Mark has given you, which is 40,000 for 40%.
Thank you. She's thinking
Yes,
very well.
I'm really interested. I'm really interested. I just have.
I love what you're doing, and I would have loved to make an offer so that I can do something with you because
Yes, finally. Finally.
Maybe for the next
One thing that I really want to comment on. Last year,
Yep.
when you came on the show, I did not like your branding.
My branding,
I did not like your branding last year.
why?
I had told you.
Yeah.
I thought that it should have been better.
this year
You got it right.
Thank you. I improve.
No.
We're always learning somehow.
I'm getting better.
I will go in with Mark. We just discussed it now. So,
With Mark, there's Chris as well.
and you?
there's me as well.
Yes, 4 of us.
If you want, you can have
All
4
right, I
sharks at
didn't
one
know
go.
that it's
But
that
we
you want to go in. I will go in with them.
I mean,
Oh, thank you. Thank you very
Mala,
much.
so
Hold
far,
on, Dennis.
just to be clear,
Just recap.
Angelo, would you like to join us on this journey, or it is not in your
To
pipeline?
be honest with you, it's still not clear to me. Maybe to you, you're more involved in this business.
Okay, so far you
For
have 4
example, one
sharks.
of my main
10%
questions
each.
would be like, who covers the costs? Exactly. This is something that's not clear in my mind.
The cost of the
For
production.
example, you're saying that there will be a big event in Rio de Janeiro,
Yep.
which I'm sure will cost quite a lot to get the players there. Who will be covering that?
This is part of the 120K that we already quoted.
So that would cover everything.
That will cover.
Because
Keep
we are
in mind,
talking in reais, and reais it's 5 times less than euros. So
that's very important to know. Keep in mind that the real, the value, the money of Brazil, nowadays for €1 you get around 6 reais. When I went 10 years ago in Brazil, it was €1 for 2 reais. So there is a very, very big devaluation. So the costs for us with euro to produce and it's very limited. So there are big costs for them, but for us that we are reasoning in euro, they are small costs.
So let's recapitulate.
For me, since I think I trust more your judgment, in fact, on the stuff. I mean, if you think that this is a
think
good
it's a
idea
very
and we
good
all
idea.
go in and like split
So
it
you have an option. You are the first person coming in this season and getting 5 sharks.
Wow.
Taking 10% each,
Thank you
giving
very
us
much.
50% of your business, huh?
for
For
50,000.
50,000. So it's extremely in line. I think you have to have a conversation. We will not be interested in 49%. We'll be interested in 51%. But 50%, you have 5 sharks committed to making this super successful. I think all of us agree that besides the football side, it's the journey that you discussed.
Yes,
You discussed
100%.
that gave me goose flesh. And
I
I think
was
all
going
of
to
us
cry.
have a huge responsibility to you when you were younger. So with your experience, your background in journalism,
Thank you.
I think together we can create something really good. And having 5 sharks, if we want to grow and have to put in some more money, it will be an easier pitch for us. So I think you should have a conversation.
Can we?
Yes,
Yes,
of
please.
course.
Take your time.
Dennis, before you go, I mean, it's not far away from what
You
you
were
were asking
asking.
for. You were asking for 30K for 30,000.
I think it was a fair offer at the beginning.
So it's very similar. 50K for 50%.
Can we?
Yes, you
Of
can have a
course.
conversation
leave the
outside
ball
and
here.
come
You
in.
can leave the ball
We're
here.
gonna do in Portuguese for you, don't you?
We can, sorry.
I really liked this. I really liked
And
this.
it's
For
preferred.
me, it's the angle that is
I
promoting
really like
female
this.
football.
Content as well.
Yeah, the content, exactly. And as you said, it's a very specific market. If I'm specific, it's like half of the world, but
First of all, thank you very much. It's really appreciated because we put a lot of efforts to create all this, and we are working on this. It's about 8 months, so thank you very much. I would really like that you enjoy and you like the project. For us, I think it will be a pleasure to have 5 sharks helping us in such a big project. So we decided that it's super fine for us But like something I did last year, that I don't know if you remember, this is my association.
100%. Whatever
That last time I remember that Mr. Bonello gave me 3,000 euro. This is an association that I opened in 2010. I'm helping a lot of people with this association, and we would like to ask, if it's possible, obviously, 1,000 each. So
Go
it's
ahead.
five.
Go ahead.
Done.
Good man.
Thank you, signora.
Good man.
It was Brandon.
And a team is as strong as the members. We're a team of 8 people now.
That's
huh?
why.
Exactly.
No, that's the most important thing for us as well.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you very much.
Ciao, thank you, ciao.
Very well presented, very
Extremely.
clear what they're trying to achieve.
Even the branding is
Yes.
already there, you know.
Exactly.
No, obviously we started with an idea, and to see that the Sharks really like our idea, and they give a premium to our efforts. It's amazing. It's amazing that we work hard for this, and to achieve this target is great.
Hawnhekk qegħdin naraw tim internazzjonali li qed juża lil Malta sabiex minn hawnhekk iwelled din il-kumpanija li jista' jkollha effett globali f'dan il-qasam tal-futbol u l-scouting f'dan il-qasam. Il-punt li xtaqna nagħmlu hawnhekk huwa dwar kif Malta bħala melting pot tista' ġib flimkien persuni minn nazzjonalitajiet differenti u l-iskemi tal-Malta Enterprise huma kemm mal-kumpaniji Maltin li għandna numru ta' sterji ta' suċċess li qegħdin jikbru minn Malta, iżda wkoll għal persuni minn barra mill-pajjiż li jkunu qegħdin jgħixu hawnhekk jew jiġu f'Malta illi Malta tista' tintuża bħala lokazzjoni minn fejn iteqlu din il-kumpanija. Il-viżjoni ta' Malta Enterprise bil-kunċett Start in Malta qed jimbotta lil Malta bħala hub għall-startups kemm lokali indiġeni Maltin iżda wkoll internazzjonali.